Robin, who is one of our regular viewers on explore.org, we have 9 webcams there, texted me and said Hoover was in his transport cage. Jamie and I were at lunch, so we came rushing back. Gail was working with a work group, but when they chained the transport cage to the side of the main cage, she put it over top of the cable that opens and shuts the door. So even though Jamie and I got here, we couldn't lower the door. Oh, good job.
He was getting up.
I saw that. Just in time. Okay, so now Hoover gets to go home. Hoover has about an acre on Tiger Lake. You can watch him on that live webcam. It's explore.org/Big Cat Rescue. And choose the camera called Tiger Lake.
Okay, I need someone to grab the dump truck and bring it out to Hoover, please.
What's your work group working on?
Can we get started at Doodles with the work group?
I think if the one side is unlocked, yes. I'm splitting them up between the cage for Jumanji and Doodle's empty cage. And you can have some of them go over and start one of them can go over with the weed whacker and start weed eating in Tiger Lily's old cage and start weed eating that grass down.
Sue Hoover has never been quite right. He's fairly healthy, but still he worries a good deal about how fussy he is about eating. You keep pulling that all by yourself. What do we need volunteers for? Oh, you got one person.
Yeah. Till we hit a hump, then we're done.
We're done.
We're pulling it downhill.
It's alright, Hoover. Ali, this is Hoover the Tiger. He's been on vacation out there in that 2.5 acre vacation rotation enclosure. And now he's going home to his home cage. His home cage is about an acre. And in his home cage, he has access to the lake. All of our cats have access to pools. And when they're on vacation, they have that whole pond back there. Can't really see it because the grass is growing up around the edge. But they can go out and swim. And when he's at home, he can go out and swim. We are waiting for the golf cart to get here so we can hook him up to the golf cart and take him home and turn him loose. So you guys know the drill. There's going to be a bunch of people hop on here and say, why can't they go free? So would somebody please just go ahead and post the link, bigcatrescue.org/go free. And somebody else is going to ask, why can't he have a mate? So if somebody else could post the link, bigcatrescue.org/solitary. He was rescued from a circus in Peru. The Animal Defenders International did a great job of getting a lot of foreign countries to ban the use of wild animals in circus acts, and we really need to do that here in the US. But they did it in Peru, and most of the circuses just turned their animals over, and so they went to what was called the Spirit of Freedom camp that ADI set up while they built a sanctuary for all of the lions from the circus acts to go back to Africa. But they knew that there was this traveling act that had a dozen tigers in it, and those people refused to give up their cats, and so they went on the run, and they were operating illegally because a lot of times the government doesn't work on weekends, so they could go to a town for a weekend, do their cruddy little circus act, and then move on. And so it took them, I forget how many months, for ADI to finally track down the circus with the military to go in and take the cat away from them, or the cats. And by the time they got there, Hoover was the only tiger who had still survived the horrible conditions of that zoo, or that circus. So they took him to the Spirit of Freedom camp, and then it took us 8 months to cut through all of the red tape to bring him to Tampa, Florida, where he will live out the rest of his life in luxury. No, he doesn't act aggressively toward us. He knows we're not going to hurt him, so he has no reason to have to prove that he would hurt us. We agree, Enzo, cats should not be captive, but unfortunately those who are born in cages will die in cages because none of them can be set free. First of all, that would be illegal, and second, they need years of training from their mothers on how to be a tiger. You can't just turn the tiger loose and have them survive. Alyssa, he is in the transport because he's been on vacation in that 2.5 acre enclosure back there. And now he's going home to his home enclosure, which is about 1 acre on Tiger Lake. He has a very, very nice home enclosure. So I've been waiting for the golf cart to get here so that you guys could see him transported through the sanctuary back to his home enclosure. Terry, he is 12 years old, and in most places and in the wild, they only live to be 10 or 12. Here they usually live into their late teens or early 20s. Boy, that's a bad spot, Jamie. By the time she gets close enough, you're really pinned. Like 1/2 inch. There you go. Hoover spent 11 years in a circus wagon, so they don't freak him out too terribly badly.
Yeah, Justin and I noticed that it wasn't under the slide in both of them, so I had the girls pull it out, and we got it back in, only to realize that the reason they didn't put it under the slide is because they didn't cut this piece far enough. So I got to get my sawzall and
there's
cut.
room for the board to go that way.
Well, I tried hammering it
There's
that
like
way.
an inch.
You sure it's not in upside down? Maybe it was cut right the other way? Like if it were flipped over?
Well, we can always pull it back out and try it that way. Okay.
They're talking that those little notches aren't cut right, but I think they just cut it in there upside down.
Where do you want it? Just back at Hoover?
Yeah, we're going up to the front to put Hoover.
Okay. Where are you going?
I am? Oh, I should be on the cart, shouldn't I? Because I don't have my cart.
You want to shut your truck doors?
Nah, that's all right.
Okay.
Live dangerously.
Yeah, you just have a couple of bolts or something.
Woohoo. Jamie and I came back in from lunch when we were alerted by our Explorer.org camera watchers that he was in transport, so I didn't get time to get my tripod or my microphone or anything else. So sorry if you're not hearing me very well. It's like this noisy Katie stuff. Tiger surfing. Sorry, Pamela, but I wasn't able to pick up my microphone. We had to hurry out to the cage. Finds it pretty interesting. So does Sundari. And of course the tigers. I know you like this place. Yeah, it is a long ride. Oh, gracious. So TJ is in the 2-acre side over here. Are you happy?
Girls and Hoover, come on out.
Mary Walker, big cats are solitary by nature. They do not want to share space. If you go to bigcatrescue.org/solitary, it'll tell you all about why that's so. If somebody would post that link, I'd sure appreciate it, because that's one of the top 8 questions that people ask us. If you're on Facebook, over in our notes section, we have our top 8 questions people ask. One is, don't they want to mate? One is, do you touch them?
You see your friend? TJ's here, friend. Your swimming buddy.
Yeah. It's okay. I will protect you.
He's like, I ain't afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him.
Another question people always ask is, why are your cages so small? That's because they're not seeing how huge the cages are. So all of that is listed on that page over in the notes section of Facebook. They also ask why the cats can't go free. You can certainly look for that in that same article. Another question people always ask is, how can they work with the big cats? And that is answered over there as well.
Yeah, I guess you can log your kitten. All right, this is the only acceptable handholds where the wire is protecting your hands. Hey, you guys need to get the sensor together.
I don't think she understood. Yeah, there you go. You're not being helpful, TJ. Come over here, TJ.
There's a pole over here too.
Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come here. Good Lord. No, I don't. I want in there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, TJ.
I was trying to get him off away from the area so that he's not intimidating Hoover. Can you run down to the other end and lock him in? Otherwise he's just going to come right back.
I'll see if I can get him that.
You need to pay attention down here. Yeah, stay down here. Stay down here. TJ! TJ!
Come on, TJ.
That's fine. Just lock that door so he can't get back out into the yard.
Oh.
We'll let him out as soon as Hoover gets into his enclosure. Here. Scary neighbors, come on. Watch your fingers.
Come out from behind there, Audrey. Here.
They're putting on the ratchet strap so that if he kicks off as he's getting out, that he doesn't roll the cage away from the wall.
Straps are either too long, too big.
Hey Danielle, they are really amazing animals, but every one of us here would love to see the day when there are no more big cats in cages for us to work with, because they shouldn't be bred for life in cages, period.
Should have been like the right size when we just took it off.
Yeah, but it was the rope, this hadn't got pulled out, or it was pulled out too far. So now it's got too much in here, and I don't know if it will ratchet, but we'll see.
I'm going to move around into a better position to see him.
It needs to be greased.
Whoever has Gertie, do you know if there are still hand clippers on the back?
There are. I will be back out there in just a minute. I'm getting some drinks
Yeah, you can
prep
pull
for
it,
the
put it
workers.
farther out. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just not wanting to ratchet very well.
Do we need a new one of those?
just
think
needs
it
to
just
be
needs to be
oiled. Oil, that's all. Is that tight? The balls. Okay. Did you unlock that top?
I know, those darn straps. They're like the bane of our existence.
Alright, ready?
No, not this
Go in
way.
there,
Not this way. The other way.
But TJ's over there. I'm gonna go
Grab
fuss
that
with
scraper
TJ.
and hand it to Jamie.
There you go. Are you gonna go in your den instead of your yard? Okay. Well, maybe not. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Jamie is using a scraper pole to try and shut the door.
Hey.
Don't be all sneaky. That's scary. Go out in your yard.
Moving on.
Your door's open.
Maybe, yeah. Should go with the
There he goes. Okay, now they can safely shut the doors and unlatch the trailer. If you go to explore.org/Big Cat Rescue, choose the tab called Tiger Lake to see Hoover go down to the lake. I'm going to let TJ out, so they'll probably go down there and talk to each other. Nice job, ladies.
This needs to get rolled up.
Well, before you roll it,